Mass production with museum-grade finishing begins with control, materials, tolerances, and light.
Finish isn't decoration. It's a tolerance layer that must survive handling and assembly.
The line is not speed, it's repeatability, where every pose must match the standard.
Every click is a measurement. Force, angle, and tolerance locked, so the figure moves like it's alive. The story starts before paint and packaging, at materials, standards, and the discipline to repeat perfection.
These aren't just toys. Each surface is a record of machines, hands, and standards.
Color consistency begins here, before molds, before paint, and before the first part ever exists.
The smallest lines carry the strongest identity. Registration is the difference between close and perfect. The finish starts in steel. Polish is not cosmetics, it's replication. Color is a specification. Light is the tool that proves it.
Design is the first factory. Every line here becomes a repeated surface later.
The microgap is consistent across the seam. We can approve the gate locations as planned.
A perfect paint job can't hide a bad gate. Cosmetic surfaces are engineered, not hoped for. Texture is identity. Some is born in steel, some is built in layers.
Detail is easy in digital. Detail that releases cleanly is engineering.
applications. This is where imagination becomes tooling, where variation ends and production begins.
Tooling is the first replication engine. Steel becomes the author of every future part. Where milling draws the broad planes, EDM writes the sharp language of detail.
Precision isn't small. Sometimes it weighs tons and still must close without error.
Repeatability is engineered in numbers, pressure, heat, time, then proven in plastic.
Even the leftovers carry data, flow, balance, and the health of the cycle.
Clean edges begin here, before paint, before polish, before the figure ever becomes premium.
Base coat is not color alone. It's thickness, flow, and discipline that protects every detail.
The smallest marks do the biggest work. Depth, realism, and the illusion of scale.
Markings are identity at millimeter scale. Setup is where perfection starts.
Clear coat is a protective lens. What you see is level. What you feel is durability.
The click is a measurement. Force and fit locked, so motion feels premium, not fragile.
Movement is measured. If it moves too easy, it feels cheap. Too tight, it fails the finish.
At this scale, identity is measured in fractions. One stroke decides everything.
quality isn't one pose. It's 10,000 small movements that still feel the same.
Color isn't taste, it's a controlled target, and every unit must land on it.
Completion is a system. Every add-on must meet the same standard as the body.
AQL is a promise of consistency. Small samples protect the integrity of the whole shipment. Quality becomes logistics here. Traceability is the final layer of control. The sound is commitment. What leaves the dock carries every decision made upstream.
The customer sees this first. Packaging is the promise that the finish inside is protected. Shelf ready is not luck. It's engineering, from tray nest to stretch wrap.
Quality isn't only passing. Quality is what you do with what fails.
Rework is the last craft layer. Small corrections that protect the promise of the whole line. Approval is not a moment. It's a summary of every controlled step.
This is the line's final rhythm. Everything you protected now travels. Consistency is maintained when the process holds steady, day or night.
From pellets to presence, this is manufacturing as discipline, repeated until it feels effortless.
The audio is completely silent, with no discernible sounds present.